The shocking truth behind the Freddy Peralta trade has been revealed, as less than a day after acquiring a superstar pitcher in Freddy Peralta for a hefty price, things are starting to make a whole lot more sense now for the New York Mets and why they did this. A trade that already made sense on why they did it, but there was a lot of questions surrounding the price that was paid and ultimately if it was a good move. Now we see a whole lot more that makes this trade look even better for the New York Mets. We're not going to waste your time. We're going to dive right into things, guys, because obviously, as we all know, the New York Mets made a very, very, very big move. We saw David Stearns go out there and really make the move that many fans have wanted to see, acquiring an elite arm. Stearns said he wanted a starting pitcher, and well, he got one in Freddy Peralta. The Mets acquired Freddy Peralta late last night in a deal that not only brought in Peralta, but also brought in right-handed pitcher Tobias Myers, who is an interesting player as well, who I actually do like his game. And on top of that, they did give Brandon Sprout and Jet Williams away, two guys who were their two of the top 5 prospects, but I mean, Sprout's the 5th prospect. Jet Williams is the number 3. Obviously, these are guys who are very highly touted for the New York Mets. It's a great farm system. It's tough to get there. Sprout did have some MLB burn for 4 games. Jet Williams looked like just someone who could play anywhere on the field, make contact, and do a bunch of good. But the Mets, they didn't see a need for them. What they saw a need for was acquiring Peralta. And now we know exactly why they've made this move and acquired this man right here. And you know, guys, sometimes you just try to click something and nothing turns on the screen. But other times it does happen to work, like right now. But before we get into all the news today, guys, we're proud to announce this video is brought to you by Kalshi. And if you sign up using the code DIGESTMLB, then you will get $20 when you trade your first 100. Kalshi is the largest prediction market in the United States, and on their platform, you can trade yes, no on real-life events such as sports, elections, news, and pretty much everything. Now, whether you're in California, Texas, New York, or anywhere, Kalshi is live in all 50 states. Now, for sports fans, this is excellent, as you can trade on real game outcomes, playoff chances, player performances, and much more. For instance, as we know, the NFL playoffs are in full swing right now. And with the AFC Championship being on fire between the Broncos and the New England Patriots, I will be trading on the Patriots. And when I trade $10 and when the Patriots do win that game, I will be making $15. But it goes farther than that as well, as I'm taking Marvin Mims to get another deep ball like he did last week. I know Jarrett Stidham's the quarterback, and it's why I do have the Patriots winning the game, but I'm trading on Marvin Mims to get that deep ball and get a touchdown as well. You can trade pretty much anything on Kalshi, and guys, it's genuinely a smarter way to use your sports knowledge, use your news knowledge, and again, guys, when you sign up using code DIGESTMLB, you will get $20 when you trade your first 100. But now, guys, let's jump into the news. Boom, look at that. No more Bills talk. I heard you guys in the comments, and also, sorry to update it. But look, that's not the point. The point is Freddy Peralta. Excellent pitcher. I mean, 97th percent in pitching run value in a general sense, and all over the board, just an excellent pitcher. You don't hit the ball hard off him. He's going to strike you out a lot of the time. You're going to whiff. He really does everything well. He will walk you once in a while. He's a little susceptible to that, but it's not like it's that bad. His whip is still a 1.075. He was barely above 1, had a 17-6 record, a 2.70 ERA, and a 5.5 WAR last season. Peralta is every bit of a star player in the MLB and gives the Mets an actual ace. And I say actual ace not to take away from Nolan McLean, but just when we look at everything surrounding McLean, he's obviously young. There's a lot of time to go. But on top of that, we do know why the Mets did make this move overall. As Pat Ragazzo mentioned, given the cost for Peralta, it's certainly possible the Mets would want to extend the right-hander before he reaches free agency next winter. But according to The Athletic, the Mets are focused on 2026 with Peralta for now. However, Peralta is open to signing a contract extension with the Mets, as sources told Mets on Sports Illustrated. Peralta is set to make $8 million in the final year of his 5-year $15.5 million deal that he signed with the Brewers. The 30-year-old is likely to receive a major long-term payday either from the Mets or on the open market next off-season. And on top of that, when we look at Will Simon mentioning that the makeover is pretty close to complete at this point, even just after the trade, Salmon did receive messages from people throughout the Mets industry, or throughout the industry, saying that the Mets are loaded now. So the Mets, they seem comfortable with what's going on in 2026, and they're happy with the situation at hand. Adding Myers as well gives them another arm in the bullpen who they like. He's young, he's talented, and he had a really good WAR just a season ago in 2024, and also still had a solid season this year as well. Definitely nothing to sneeze at, and can be a swingman. He can start or can play out of the bullpen, so a lot to like about this move, obviously. The Mets now have a six-man pitching rotation that stars Freddy Peralta at the top with Nolan McLean. Then after that, we do see David Peterson, Clay Holmes, Kodai Senga, and, of course, Sean Manaea. Now, all these guys are very interesting because Peralta, we expect great things. McLean, we cautiously expect the same thing, but at the same time, again, he is young. There could be a few growing pains here and there. Peterson, it's a tale of two halves. If he's going to be like the first half of last season, this Mets rotation is absolutely phenomenal. If he's more like the second half, then it's going to be a little bit more shaky. But Clay Holmes is a solid arm. When Senga's healthy, he's good. And Sean Manaea, he's more up in the air in a general sense. But right now, the Mets do have that consistent star that they wanted to land. He also seems to want to sign an extension and to play in this stadium behind me for the foreseeable future. All good news. We are happy with all this stuff. This is the kind of stuff you want to see when you make an acquisition of a player who can become a free agent in a year from now. So it's good to know that all this is going down. And when we look at Peralta's contract, he does only have that year left on it. It's not like he's got a ton of time left. It's what impacted a whole lot surrounding him. A bunch of teams saw him as an option because he was only making $8 million, and then they'd figure out what happens next when he hits free agency. The Mets, they have the luxury to not have to wait and see if he's just going to leave, because they can just pay him now if they want to, or pay him in the future. It doesn't seem like they're going to pay him right now. It seems like they're going to let him sort of play his year out with the Mets, and they could try to convince him over that time, like, hey, it's pretty great here. Why would you want to leave? Even if he's going to end up testing the open market. Another reason why the Mets are doing that is honestly just because when you look at the pitchers available next offseason, it is stacked to the gills, man. I mean, obviously you see a guy like Corbin Burns, who was an opt-out, Michael King, Sonny Gray, Robbie Ray. Oh, yeah, that guy, Tarek Skubal, he's available as well, on top of a multitude of other very talented pitchers as well, like Kevin Gausman. So, look, because of that, what we're seeing is a world where the Mets do look at this situation in front of them and say, look, we love Peralta, but at the same time, we're happy with a year of Peralta and then maybe making the switch over to Skubal if we can. I imagine that plays into this a little bit. I imagine the Mets are at least understanding, look, Skubal's going to leave. He's not going to be with the Tigers forever. We know that. They're so far apart on that whole arbitration situation as it is. So, even if Skubal gets traded in this offseason, which as of right now, I really don't see happening. I mean, seeing what Mackenzie Gore just went for in that deal, seeing what Peralta went for, and then understanding that Tarek Skubal is who he is, you have to imagine the Tigers would be demanding such a premium that no team in their right mind would actually be willing to pay because of what they'd be giving up for what could only be a year. Rentals have gotten dangerous. I mean, no one knows that better than the Mets after they stole Juan Soto away from the Yankees. So they've been on the right side of this, and they definitely don't want to be on the wrong side. But at the same time, there's so many great pitchers out there. The Mets do feel some sense of comfort very clearly here. But guys, what do you think? Do you like this deal better now that we know that, frankly, it sounds like Peralta wants to stick around? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a wonderful day. I will catch you all later.